There it is. Maroon's got the
win number 2 for Joey Logano.
Titan champions.
Oh, now we're talking.
I love car fun. Guys, we're at Irwindale Speedway today.
And they were going soft, and I was like, just
a light show unlike anything ever set up at the Irwindale Speedway.
The signature bank of Irwindale.
Raced at Irwindale Speedway this weekend for a special cause.
time to rock, roll, and rumble here at Irwindale.
We are back at Irwindale Speedway to test our two sets.
After nearly a quarter of a century, an iconic SoCal racetrack is shutting down.
The roar of fast cars at the historic Irwindale Speedway and drag strip will end this year.
The burnout box right here has been open to the public for years now, every Thursday night, giving a safe place for street takeovers.
The track has been home to NASCAR races, demolition derbies, and street legal drag racing for a quarter of a century.
Terrible news when my local 8th mile drag strip, Irwindale, is actually closing.
Irwindale made an announcement that they are closing down in December.
Some bad news for you guys. Irwindale Raceway, they will be closing.
But there are ways that we can actually save this iconic institution.
Last place I saw your grandfather, this is where he raced.
You raced here too, Daddy?
No, I'll tell you something. Everything I needed to know about life I learned on this track.
Why does Southern California hate racetracks? Every racetrack out here, for some reason, has a curse to get turned into a warehouse or a strip mall. We have nowhere to go. We have nowhere to go watch racing anymore. Like, what are we supposed to do? And how can we lose a track like Irwindale? Everything that goes on there, every commercial, every movie, Fast and Furious, Titan games, car releases, driving schools, racing schools, drag racing, burnout pits, go-kart racing. Countless professional drivers like Joey Logano, Von Gittin Jr., and many more have raced at that track. It is a short track with big sweeping turns and multi-groove racing. There is no other tracks like that, and we are losing it for warehouses? Are you kidding me? We cannot let that happen. Right, Muffin? That just doesn't make any sense. Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Nick, and I have something special for you guys this week. And in the spirit of being thankful, I just want to say I am thankful for your support. Now, speak of people needing support. I recently, for the first time, got to go to Irwindale Speedway and brought all of you along for that journey. And if you haven't seen that journey yet, you can click here to see it. So with the help of many people, I've put together a video to help save Irwindale Speedway from being taken down. It's a pretty special place with some pretty incredible people that deserve to be saved. I know they've already announced that they're closing the track and that they're going to do one last race. But it is not too late to save this track. They have not broken ground yet. There is still the possibility to stop this track from being destroyed. I need anyone who is out there listening to this video that has the means to do so, do whatever they can to save this track. It is so much bigger than just a short track in the middle of Los Angeles. And please, while you're here, take the time to share this video with your friends to help spread the message. I've also attached the link to a petition down below to save the track. If you could take 2 seconds out of your time to go sign that petition, it would mean so much to me and everybody who would be affected by the closure of this track. We would very much appreciate it. I had the fortunate pleasure to meet some very special people that have been affiliated with this track since its very opening. Now, I had a great honor in getting to talk to somebody that is very instrumental to that track. His name is Jan. You're gonna meet Jan in a second in this interview, but Jan does a lot for the track and a lot for the community, and he's very passionate about this track staying open. You may have seen his cars and his tow trucks around at Irwindale Speedway, but most importantly, you would have seen his tow trucks in the community. Jan and his towing company are directly responsible for towing the vehicles around Irwindale Speedway and the surrounding communities. And he is the first person that will see the direct fallout of this track closing. And he has brought together an amazing crew that does amazing at that track to help benefit the community deeper than just racing. Now we're going to go to Jan's race shop so you can hear directly from himself why it is so important for us to keep this track open.
Hi, Jan Guen Bush, owner of Jan's Towing, Jan's Racing.
Where are you from, Jan?
From Glendora, California.
Local. What made you fall in love with racing?
The sport, the people, the camaraderie, the smell of gasoline, oil,
All that
tire
good stuff.
burning.
Oh yeah.
And rubber.
The good stuff, the sounds.
The good stuff, yeah. The sounds, the noise, open headers.
Oh, what do you do?
I am president of my corporation, and I oversee pretty much my business. And I decided, after helping sponsor so many cars, so many young drivers over the years, I decided to have my own race team last year. And it's my first time purchasing cars and trying to do something like this, and basically supporting the track, supporting the Arkham Menard Series, which I'm very fond of. We travel around 12 races a year. We just finished Phoenix.
This car right here?
Right here. This one right here, and that one back there. We had a top 10, I think, in the West, if you don't count the National and you don't count the East Coast guys. They're real tough. A lot of money back there. Us West Coast guys, I think we're approximately third or fourth in the ARCA West in that race. So I'm very proud of that achievement for my first year doing this. And we've had a lot of outside support, and you know, a lot of racers get outside support. You can't all do it yourself sometimes, so you rely on a lot of people. And luckily, we help a lot of people. We tow between 200 to 300 cars a day, service them, tire changes, batteries, accidents, impounds. And so those people have been very supportive of myself and my race team when I've went to anybody and asked for a favor, a little helping hand. They've been very gracious.
How long have you been involved with racing?
Since I was 16 years old, racing at Irwindale. Took my father's car, ran money bracket, a 65 Mustang. We bought from Gas Ronda at Russ Davis Ford, and 6-cylinder. My brother caught me out there pulling the hubcaps off it and racing on a Wednesday night, grudge night.
Oh, nice.
Got in some trouble, but I go way back with it.
What do you currently do for Irwindale now?
We do track support, and we help promote, bring people in. I try to be a liaison to help the Speedway in all different ways, with racers, with whether it be private families that want to come up and see the races. We have a suite there. The Huddlesons are very kind to give that to us, and we bring a lot of people up and showcase the Speedway and try to introduce people to racing, let's put it that way. I mean, you know, if they haven't been there before, want to see fireworks, want to see whatever we do. It's theatrical, basically, put on a show.
It puts on an amazing show every single time.
Absolutely. Tim is and the family, the Huddleston family, Lisa and everybody, they're incredible promoters, and it makes it all worthwhile. Every week is a different show. It just never gets boring. You know, it's a lot of fun. There's always something going on that's different.
It is. Just recently been able to check it out, and that track is so lively and has so much to offer. So the news of it shutting down was just like the worst thing ever to hear. How did you feel about that?
It's horrific. In the towing profession, I've been in business for 45 years, and I've dealt with, we have a mountaineering team. We do the mountain recoveries up in the hill up here, every place from Mount Baldy to Highway 2, Highway 39, Glenore Mountain Road, Ridge Road, you name it, we do it. And we find a lot of kids that drift up there and get hurt, get seriously injured, killed, and then we have to deal with the carnage with the family. Not that we mind, but it's not a pretty sight to have to deal with what we deal with. And the people, a lot of the times, want to collect, you know, their cell phone or their wallet or personal belongings, and it's just a very tragic event to deal with all these years, and you never get used to it. That's the part for me that I'm very saddened about the Speedway, because this Speedway is a place where we teach people to do this sport in a safe environment, controlled environment, and keep them under control. You get somebody that's a little too rowdy or something, you ask them to kindly leave, whatever. But it's basically, I call it a university. There's no different than USC, UCLA, Harvard, whatever. It's a university of driving, and I call it an auto sports arena for auto sports, and from trailer racing, figure eights, NASCAR, you name it. And it's very tragic for people, because I don't know how you place a value on a human life, but I know by having the Speedway where it's located for so many years, I know we've saved, everybody has saved a lot of lives, but by having it there and teaching people how to drive, the fundamentals.
Yeah, it is a amazing place to learn how to drive, and it is a great thing to have in a community. It helps keep people off the streets and doing bad things and getting hurt and
so many kids have learned how to drive there. They've defensive driving skills. They've wetted down the parking lot before and had people learn how to spin out and do all kinds of stuff. Whether it's your first time going down the 1/8 of a mile and you learn how to take off from a green light and all that kind of stuff, and you just learn safety, and you learn how to floor a car and do it safely, you know. Or you're a drifter, or you go to where they have the little burnout box, you know, you do the burnouts in the circle, or you go on the track and you race any kind of car you practically want. They have there on different nights to race and to practice. So yeah, it's a very tragic loss. It's hard to even put it into words.
It is. It's taking away so much from the community and so much from the culture of what California is too. This place is around cars, and to take away the one thing that we have, it's tragic. And then it resulting in human life loss.
Yes.
It's unacceptable.
It totally is. What do you do?
I work in the studios.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe we can get them to sponsor the track.
I would love for them to do that.
That's what it's going to take.
It would.
It's going to take a big hitter to step up and pay whatever it would cost, instead of having a cement tilt up there or whatever, pay whatever it would cost to have this racing facility stay there. And you could name it whatever that sponsor would want to be that name. Like you have Staples Center, you've got all kinds of, I've even heard Indian casinos want to move in there possibly. I've heard so many rumors, and you don't know, I hate to speculate, but who would be the right person to come in there. To a lot of these big corporations, it's really not that much money. You talk close to $100 million or whatever the price would be to buy it out. For a big company to pay that, it really wouldn't be that much for them necessarily. It just would take a bases loaded home run to make it happen, and that's what we're doing. We're swinging for the fence right now.
We're trying to reach out to anybody and everybody who loves racing and wants to see this place live. It's going to take a lot to save this track. It has deep ties to this community, and it's needed here.
Absolutely. And hopefully there's someone out there that owns or is part of a huge corporation that could step up and help. And I've been through several different people that have rather leased the track, that have owned it, from Mr. Jim Williams on, what a wonderful person he's been, instrumental in my life. And I think if we reach out to the right people, because money is money, but a life is a life. And especially when we're talking, it could be countless lives over the years, you know, so many lives. You just can't put a dollar figure. And we see it firsthand, and I'm a witness of it. And I just don't want to see street takeovers. I don't want to see the mountain, what it's going to turn into again. And that's what's going to happen, unfortunately. Many years ago, I've raced on the street. I've done all that. But then I learned how to do it in a controlled environment, and that's why I'm so supportive of the Speedway, because I don't want to see people hurt. And hopefully we find the right person, and all it takes is one that's got the money. There's a lot of millionaires out there, and I'm sure there's people that are in the drifting community, NASCAR community. There's so many different racing communities. You know, NHRA, you've got the Nitro Reveal out there, you've got everybody. And there's people out there that are literally billionaires, and it would be really for them not that big of a deal to really help out. And
a lot of people.
I would recommend, if anybody were to do it, that they would stick with Tim Huddleston and his family, because he's one of the few promoters I've seen that has really taken a big swing out of it. He's just totally committed, does an incredible job. For any of you that have been to the Speedway and have watched all the shows, the way they're put on is absolutely incredible. So, bring somebody in to say hi?
Of course you can.
Okay, Susan, come here, say hi. Come on, get over here. I'd like to introduce Susan Duncan. She's kind of my partner in crime of 25 years. She's my operations manager. Come on in here, Sue. And she's really helped out a lot behind the scenes with all this you see here. Very instrumental. Everything from, fixing, to take care of the suite, preparing food, drinks, just everything, passing out wristbands, tickets. It's quite a chore, and without her help and a lot of other people's help, we wouldn't be able to do this. And like Tim Huddleston says, it takes, how does he refer to that? He calls it a village. And we've got a village. We've got one heck of a village. We have so many angels out there helping us. But anyhow, Sue, say a word. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Susan. I've worked with Jan for, like you said, 25 years. Do what I can to help out, hostess in the suite, making sure that if the track needs something towed or transported, that we work with our office to get it handled, ordering parts, paying the bills.
How important is it to have this facility for training purposes, to help teach kids safety and proper driving skills?
Well, for the West Coast, we don't have a whole lot of options. If you look East Coast, Midwest, they have a lot of tracks and a lot of facilities available to them. And for such a large market as Southern California, Irwindale has been the mainstay for many years, where young kids can get their start, can get their beginning. And I think one of the saddest things to me is the programs that will be eliminated entirely with the track's closure. And one of those programs was directed towards young drivers getting into race cars. They looked and drove and felt like race cars, and that whole program is going to be eliminated. And so if you could imagine your son on a travel football or travel baseball team, and that travel team was taken away, that's what's being taken away to these young kids who dream of being a race car driver.
And so if I can tee off on that, a lot of these programs have been eliminated in our high schools for automotive repair and different natures, and people like Tim have taken the initiative, and ourselves. We have pit crews and everything. So being a pit crew, you help. You learn how to change tires. You learn what kind of wrenches are wrenches. You learn different techniques, how to jack up a car properly, use safety stands. So this helps people in their future careers, endeavors, working at brake shops, tire shops. So it's a vocational type experience also. So
what do you think the cause is for them to want to take this track away from us?
Basic future development, the price of the land. The price of the land, even though is considered to some people wasteland because of what's buried underneath it, I don't know. I've heard so many rumors about what they can do, build on it, what they can't build on it, and I don't know really what's the truth. I know they're doing core samples again. They did that several years ago. 5 years ago, I think they wanted to put a big, what do you call those? A big mall, an outlaw outlet mall, yeah. And I think that got turned down. So if an outlet mall got turned down, maybe the racetrack is its highest and best use. I know there's a big rock pit next door. I've always had a dream of that rock quarry being filled up with dirt, and even if the speedway is torn down, put another speedway there. Maybe put a dirt track there next to this track. It's a sports park, and I think its original intended use, the general plan was wonderful. It saved a lot of life, and I think it can continue to save a lot of lives, directed in the right manner with the Huddleston's direction. So if there's anybody out there that can help, that would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, and just to close off, what is anything else you'd like to add to help? Is there any last message you'd like to say to help bring in more support and more awareness to this track closing down and hopefully bring in a future investor?
I just think there's a lot of big corporations that use this for commercials. I know I've seen Ford, Toyota, Chevrolet, you name it, everybody's used it for commercials on your TV screens. A lot of the backdrops are from the Irwindale Speedway. So, I mean, everybody trains there. it's just incredible to lose out on something like this, not to have it in our own backyard, to have to travel so far to do this. People just bring it to the streets, and that's the sad part. And we're going to lose a lot of lives. The writing's on the wall. I see it because I've been through this before. The track shut down before, and we see that increase. And I just don't want to see it. I don't want to deal with the families. And so we're kind of begging. Somebody's got a lot of money out there they don't know what to do with. This is a great opportunity to help a lot of kids, a lot of older people, just entertainment. It's a fun venue, and you even have Moon Eyes. You have sellout events. There's just thousands of people that attend and have a great time. I just can't even imagine not having this there. So that's.
There's no point to tear down a perfectly good, active, and great racetrack that generates tons of foot traffic and revenue and is always busy. This track isn't dormant. It makes no sense to anybody else looking on the outside to close this place down with how active the track is.
Everybody checks. They all want to know what the next show is going to be, what's going on, if it's a trailer race, what's going on, because it's just a lot of fun, and it's safe fun. Over there, you know where your kids are. You know, would you rather have them there or at a rave party or something? I mean, you know, let's face it, you know where your kids are at midnight, and they're working on cars or having fun in a controlled environment, safe environment. I think we're really missing a golden opportunity to save this place and keep it going. And
I have done 5 demolition derbies, my first being at Irwindale Speedway because of the relationships that I was able to grow because of gorgeous Irwindale Racing Ladies. My name is Maria. I am part of gorgeous Irwindale Racing Ladies, a group that we started, my friend and I started so that we could encourage young ladies who were interested in motorsports. We also started a nonprofit where we introduce underprivileged children to the world of motorsports. So we brought, I'm gonna say 50 different foster children out to Irwindale Speedway, to the drag strip. We've gotten them tickets to the circle track and introduced these kids who wouldn't normally have access to the racetrack to Irwindale Speedway. Because of the racetrack, we've gained all these friendships. We put on a Christmas party for the foster kids. 200 kids get 5 presents. They get backpacks, they have lunch, they get to have their own car show that they get to vote on. I mean, we've really impacted these foster kids because of Irwindale Speedway, because there's somewhere 20, 30, 40 minutes away where they can go and spend a Thursday night in the summer and learn that I could be a girl and drag race. I could be a boy and work on somebody's car. I could have fun working on the car. I could race the car. I could just watch. I can do whatever I really want to do. I've got some messages from one of the foster moms talking about how the little boy, he was just so excited. He loves Kelly. He loves the racetrack. He just loves being able to participate. We wouldn't have that if it wasn't for the local racetrack and for motorsports and for the people here today. We wouldn't have that, and we're going to lose that now.
For no reason.
There's a reason, but nobody wants to say the reason. Warehouse, money. Like, I get that. That is an honorable thing to do, to want to make money for people. The problem is I could tell you, I have the picture of the 5-year-old boy who's going to be sad because he doesn't get to see the Hot Wheel car anymore. He can't see the Hot Wheel car.
Not only tearing down track, you tearing down dreams.
Yep.
That's very good. By the way, is your organization still around today?
Yes, we have our event in 3 weeks. And unfortunately, it's the same day as Moon Eyes, and that's an event we've gone to for the past 3 or 4 years. So we do have our event on that day, but now, I mean, that's essentially going to be our last real car day. We can do car shows, but I can't really take 50 kids to Barstow or to, Chuckwalla. That's not feasible.
Or close at all, yeah.
Right, it's not. I mean, maybe the Salt Flats someday if somebody gave me a bus, but that's not next year.
Here's a bunch of
Don't you know all these engines?
You're the one, that's you up there flipping that RV?
Yeah. Can you come tow mine? I need a new one.
Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you today?
Good, very good. Feel sad because they gotta go away, you know.
Yeah.
I've been racing there for Night of Destruction, enduro, trailer race for the last 2 years. And I'm new there, but you know what? That's where the people go likes to see it. You know, like to go and get fun when you crash, when you do stuff other you can do on the street. You can do there. You're allowed to do there. You're allowed to crash. You're allowed to go through more homes. You're allowed to do anything because it's in a safe environment, right? And I'm the only one. Actually, I flip over a motorhome twice over there. So
I think we just watched it on the TV.
Yes.
You like to send it.
Yeah. Hey, you know what is fun? It's like I say, like John say, like Mike say. You know, the problem in right now is you see downtown LA, San Fernando, people with these illegal races take over the streets, kill people, leave people, kids handicapped. You know, so if you have a track, they can give you the opportunity to show and to release your stress.
Yeah.
Like, you know, why? Because everything is safe. If you crash, you got a fire safety people, has all kinds of safety stuff there. You can do everything, but the thing is, okay, the Irwindale is gotta go away. And then all the cities around, you gotta have the problem with these illegal races again. All these takeovers, all these, drink and drive. And let's put it easy. A few years ago, Ontario, how many cars they impounded and they crashed it because it was an illegal races back in the warehouse. So if you have a truck, you can do everything. You can do drag racing, you can do the broom bags, you can do anything there. And you walk away safe. Sometimes you only lose your car, but that's the reason, it's a car, And because Jan has a program, another 2 years too, now let's say you pick up a motorhome, you cannot deliver a motorhome anymore in scrap metal. You have to pay. So what do? We take it over there, they donate it to the Speedway, we get fun, we destroy it, and then go to the trash. Easy and simple. Right, and like Mikey, it's a lot of drivers, a lot of professional drivers, a lot of kids, a lot of NASCAR people. This started in Irwindale.
It's a staple to the racing community.
Exactly.
And it cannot go.
They cannot go up, unfortunately, So other people has a different idea, but so how long it gonna take to build something over there? Years. Years to have something done there. So why you don't keep it and
grow it, invest into it.
Invest it, make it bigger. Bring NASCAR. You can bring NASCAR. You can bring more business to the other communities. It means Azusa, Duarte, Bowden Park. We can take advantage.
There's a lot of untapped potential with that track.
A lot.
The people who own it now currently aren't. I feel like they're not maximizing.
No, he's just looking for the money. He's just looking to build and invest. But the thing, look, okay, so the team is management, promoting the Speedway. Also has a school, a racing school there. Kids come and learn how to drive a race car. Like I say, before you get a driver's license.
Yeah.
So you go there, like you expect kids, 12, 13, 14 years old, driving 30, 40, 50, 60 miles per hour in a race car. How fun is that,
Yeah.
And you see your kid driving a race car before even you can drive a regular car.
Pursuing their dreams.
Exactly. So, but it's like, I hope it's anybody there, they can come up with an idea, they can come up with a solution. And it's a lot of people can join together and make a partnership and do something, because unfortunately, if we lose the Speedway, it's like you lose part of your family, because it's like a family.
It is.
It's like anybody works over there, anybody races over there, it's just a big family. We see each other, kids, even the crowd, when the crowd go there. You don't imagine how many people he likes to see Nine of Destruction, trailer race, the enduro races, anything is illegal outside, but it's legal there. Like I know a lot of people like NASCAR, but the one it brings the attention is all these destructive races.
The stuff that you want to do, but you can't.
You can, exactly. It's not like you're dreaming to do it, but you can do it because if you crash in the street, you're in trouble, right? You lose your license. But yeah, it's like, I don't know, it's hard to think it's gotta go away. It's still time, I think the last minute is still, it can be saved. But we depend on a lot of people. And we gotta put everybody together and fight and see what's coming up. Yeah, but yeah, we can tell right there, Where you can see, you only see all those races back in the east side.
Yeah.
It's nothing compared to you can see all that Nine of Destruction, all that.
It's the only place,
It's the only place
in
around
LA
there,
County.
in
that you
LA
can race.
County, and I think it's San Bernardino County too.
They don't have Fontana anymore. They
They
tore
don't
that
have
down.
Fontana, it's gone. So
No more warehouses.
Irwindale is the only track in Southern California besides Kern, besides Orange Show. But Orange Show, they don't do stuff like that.
They just don't have the infrastructure.
They don't have the infrastructure. And, I don't know, Fontana's coming up. I don't know how long it's going to take to rebuild it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I hope they can save it, they can do something. Because it's a big community. There's a big race community around it.
It is.
Kind of like that. Yeah, something like that.
He's 12.
No, just 12. So, from someone who has gone through the success and growth of this track, what does it mean to you, and what would the effect of it be to you if this track was leaving?
Yeah, it's it's a little rough. It's everyone spends a lot of time there, and the next closest track is really, really far. It's in Bakersfield. For some, that's not too far, but for everyone that lives down where we're filming this, it's
far.
That's a good 2.5 hours easily. So, I don't know. I started racing. Everything was all at Irwindale. If it wasn't there, I would have probably not be where I'm at right now. So that was definitely a big part of it.
Is there anything that you would like to say to anybody out there watching this to help bring on this jump to the track?
Like they said, if someone's got money, let's buy it. Because if we can keep it around, let's do it. I want to go racing still. So let's make it happen.
Let's go fast.
Yeah, let's go fast. If you ain't first, you're last.
Ricky Bobby.
Yeah.
We don't really need to find a buyer for the track. We already have a $1 billion company that owns the track. It would be as simple as them changing their mind, wanting to make dollars on an ongoing venture, versus if they donated that track to a nonprofit, they could take a pretty sizable tax deduction and carry it forward. It would be that simple. Now all we need to do is get IDS to agree to that. Sounds simple. Shouldn't be that hard. They're already doing good things throughout the community. I believe they have a lot to do with the Dodgers and a lot of other things. I believe that they helped sponsor the parade for them when they won the series. So, it shows right there that they have a good heart. And we can't fight this company. You can't fight $1 billion company. All you can do is ask for them to have mercy on us and not take this away. But when you have a company of that size, you don't want to fight them. There's no fighting. So I believe that it's going to end up being good. And if we all pray on this particular aspect and we all move forward trying to do this and we can meet in the middle. It's a big facility. They don't need the whole facility. We don't need the whole facility. As a drag racer that can't focus very long, I drive a jet car is what I do. The roundy round racing is a little bit monotonous for me, but damn, does this dude have a cool place.
Oh, yes,
Good going, man. All right, I'm working to get cool like you. But I believe that there's a real way around there, especially if we focus this. I believe that Irwindale needs to become a church with a racing facility and an education facility. There's a lot of good stuff. If God is with us, they can't stop us. It's that simple. And if we keep going with this aspect, everything's going to be fine.
Thank you.